Good afternoon and thanks for joining us right here on Midday Kentucky, out here live at the 43rd Annual Home and Garden Show. I don't know why I keep going to say 34.
It's been here a long time.
It's been here a long time. Everyone, Amber Freeman, our evening news anchor, is stepping in for us today. Lisa's back in the studio. And David Goldman, nice to see you again, my friend. How are we?
Good. Have you
excited?
We've been walking around, and there's so much stuff here already.
Let's be real, people.
That is true.
Amber's been walking
That
around.
is true. I
David and I are the
flats.
professionals,
It is
and we've
what
been
it
sitting here reading our
No,
scripts.
see, as a journalist, you go out and research the field.
Oh, that's
so
what you think
I've
you're
already
doing.
noticed what's here.
She was talking about redneck salsa. She
Really,
was
I
pretty
just forgot
excited.
my shoes.
Salsa by the
it's salsa?
rednecks.
It's
Yeah,
food.
It's
yeah.
food. She
And
was,
is it here?
Yeah. It's directly
She's
across.
like, I
can't wait.
I can take you there, Troy.
Okay, I don't know anything about that. So what's happening, guys? You're going away. You're going down to Augusta this
going down
afternoon?
to the Masters. Excited to do that to Augusta, Georgia. If you've got tickets, let me know.
That's
I'm
what I
trying
was
to go. All right, we
He's
don't
trying
have
to get tickets,
yet,
everyone.
So just let us
going to
know.
happen at this late of the day.
I like that you're risking it.
Yeah.
It's a big risk. It's hard to get tickets to the Masters.
And Amber, you're heading out to
Keeneland
of course.
weekend, yeah.
Today you'll start. Oh no, you got to work this
No,
afternoon.
I'm doing the news tonight, but I'll be out there this weekend.
Nice.
It hopefully won't snow too much.
Well,
you have to be there.
I will there. I'll be there eventually, everyone.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Hey everyone, before we get into today's show, we need to talk about what we're giving away. The third caller to call this number up on your screen right now is going to win a set of tickets to come over to the Home and Garden Show. We're giving away 4 tickets, everyone. It's going to be amazing.
Yes.
But let me tell you, when it's opening, 2 o'clock today till 7 p.m. Tomorrow is from 10 till 7, and also on Thursday, 11 till 5 as well. It is a huge exhibition.
There's so much here.
We're sitting inside
Rupp Arena.
right now. This is where they play
basketball.
I was gonna, I'm joking, people. I knew it was basketball. I was going to say volleyball just to see what you would
The
say.
dancers are also out here. Let's not give them.
Are they playing
let's
as
not
well?
miss out. No, but I mean for basketball games, I'm giving equal
Oh, you mean the
opportunity.
cheerleaders?
Dancers.
And cheerleaders.
Yeah, and
We have
cheerleaders
both.
they are.
Yeah, we have a dance team and a cheer. And
But
cheers.
I did see something about the college that we won the cheerleaders.
Yeah, they're awesome.
And I
They
saw
went
that
over
on
to
TV.
Korea for the
I
Olympics.
did see that.
Yeah.
I did see that. Okay, we're going to jump straight into the show. You guys ready?
Yep.
All right, so we all know that the first date can be a little bit uncomfortable, right?
No, it's always easy. I'm just
Really?
kidding.
Okay, well, I often think about this. You've heard me talk about it on the show, that, I always feel that when you start dating, so you meet someone, okay, then you go out for dinner. I feel it's more of an interview.
Okay, that's what. Well, do you call it a date? Let's start there. What
Is
what,
it a
I
date?
feel like you two especially can just sit down with people and you're like, all right, so tell me about you.
No, we don't. Are you a
Well,
thriller?
you know what? I have been told that people feel like I'm interviewing them, and it's not so much that I'm interviewing. I want to know very quick before the main meal gets there whether I'm going to enjoy my main meal with you or I just eat the appetizer and pay the bill.
You'll leave.
I'll leave.
What, do you bring your notepad and take notes?
No, I'll say.
That makes
I ask.
sense.
He's a professional.
I'd probably ask about 10 questions.
No, you do.
Yeah, between
Like,
cocktail and
your
appetizer.
screeners?
Yeah, I screen.
Do you ask the same questions every time, or do you tailor
Well, you're making
fit
me
them?
sound like I go on a lot of dates.
Loves love. People.
But how do you feel it? Like, when you start dating someone, do you feel it's like you should be asking
Interviewing?
the questions?
Okay, dating is a hard word for me because I don't know what exactly dating is.
Well, I
Like,
think a
to
date
say
is
it's
the
going
first
on a
night
date,
out.
I
Yeah.
just say I'm gonna go meet somebody and then just kind of see where it goes from there.
All right.
Okay, yeah. It's
How
kind
about
All
of
right. Well, there was a
Yeah, you
this
all
is
know
a
I'm
survey
out of
they
this
came.
game.
Well, you and Brandy would have friends that come to you and say, "Give me some dating advice."
Oh yeah.
Do you
Well,
know what
I
I mean?
think again, I like the way you do it. You know, where it's like, hey, let's meet up. Let's go have a drink. Let's go have some coffee, whatever. But
Yeah.
I like to interview people too. I want to know what I'm getting into.
Okay, so we came up with 5 important questions to ask your date. Okay, you ready for
Or
this?
friends.
Who are the most important people in your life?
Oh, I've never
That
heard
is
of that.
Oh, really?
Like right off the bat.
Yeah.
No,
Hi, I'm Amber. Who's
This
the most
is
important
between
people in your life?
cocktails and appetizers. Okay.
It's still a little.
This is a new
Yeah,
survey,
that's-
all right?
that's
Now, the
deep.
second
Yeah, it
one
is
is,
deep.
what do you want from a relationship, right? I think that's important to ask.
First date?
First date.
Get it
way
out of
too
them.
intense.
And what size ring are you going to buy?
No,
I
but
mean, you're going right
okay,
in.
I want to say this also. There was something really interesting in here. When did you break up with your ex-partner? Now, I'm just going to tell you right now. If someone asks or starts telling me about their last partner,
Right.
check.
Yep. Don't want to hear it.
There's a lot of those dating commercials where they show those situations and where they're like crying and it turns into an emotional mess and you become their therapist.
Really?
Yeah, it's never happened.
Well, I don't know. I just think it can be really difficult to get on the page.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, Amber. I think it's really hard to date
Oh, yeah.
out there nowadays.
Well, I think you get to a point where you're like, listen, I don't want to waste time. That's why you ask these questions. Like, who is important to you? Like, you know, you might find out they have a kid. You might find out
Yeah.
they're living with a parent. Who knows? You know, they're like, my mom's important because she pays the bills.
Yeah, well, we know she pays your bills.
When you live in the basement, that's what
Like,
happens.
David, like, are you talking about you again?
Well, listen, here's what it is. We all want
Somebody.
that stuff. Okay? Examples.
But I also think if you get set up by a friend, I think that's the best way.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you know why I feel that?
Absolutely.
Because then you can ask that friend information
Yes.
before.
Right.
I never Google, I never Facebook stalk.
No,
or,
no, me neither.
No, I'm
Boy,
not interested.
I don't believe either one
No,
of
it's
them.
the truth.
No,
It's the
no,
truth.
I absolutely
Yeah.
don't. I feel like that social media,
Yeah.
we've talked about it. I'm
They're
not a
both
fan.
single. Let's
And you
just put
can't
that out
Google
there.
me. You can't. I would have a private Facebook page, so it's private, man. You
So if
would
you're
never
looking
find
to
it.
date
Yeah.
Troy.
And this is really interesting. How do you feel about your ex, and are you still in contact
This is
with
all
them?
the first date?
Yes.
don't
Look,
like
I'm not the guru here.
Listen, I
I'm
just want to know
telling
what you do for fun.
Yeah, that's
that
what
you're not going to kill me at the end.
I
That's
can
a good
assure
sign.
you, if you've had one or two martinis, these questions are coming out.
You think?
Yes.
I don't think it's ever
I'll
happened.
get more real with people about like you know, like what are your beliefs?
Sure,
I'll get stuff
absolutely.
like that,
Yeah.
like, you know, what are things like what do you do? I like the what
I
do you
agree
do
with
for
that.
fun. I like to keep it chill. I want people to feel relaxed.
Yeah.
I think sometimes people get a little too intense with it. It's like calm down.
Yeah.
I'll give you a chance to get to
Like
know
back
me.
up.
You
That's scary if people. I
Really?
mean, you might scare me if we were on a date.
Well, I just think get the questions out there, my friend.
Like, I feel like you'd be tapping
And the thing
fingers.
is also, you've got to ask about whether they have any kids, people.
yeah, that's.
You got to
big
ask
one.
that. These are the
That's
important things.
important.
We're going to jump over to Amber's story. I had another one, but we're going to leave that for a little bit later on. Amber, you're talking more about who is your person,
Right.
which I think is super important in someone's
Absolutely.
life. Explain to everyone what you mean.
Okay, so Grey's Anatomy is kind of where it started.
Love
they were
Grey's
asking
Anatomy.
who is your person. It's stuck. So then it turns into, well, of most people, their spouse or their significant other is their person, but what about single people? Who is your person? Who is that person that you confide in, who you ask for advice? Do you have more than one person? And if you do have more than one person, are you missing out spreading your love
Right.
instead of putting it all into one? What do you
David?
think?
Well, you know, I think I confide mostly to Brandy. She's definitely
you?
my go-to. Yeah, we'll have. That's what I love. I love those deep conversations of that personal life. But then I
How
like.
deep, though?
Oh, that girl is. That's what.
Well,
I
it's 10 years. you've been
Yeah,
together.
Yeah.
so I love those philosophical conversations. But I also have, my mother and I were business partners, and she's somebody that I'll get pretty deep with her. So I don't know. What about you, Troy?
I don't look, coming from the hair world, I always had lots of people to talk to.
Right.
But I have someone that lives in my house in Australia.
That's who I was
She's
thinking.
80 next March. And I speak to her every single day.
Yeah.
And she's my go-to gal. Since someone else just recently, probably, about 4 years ago, passed away. And she was someone that I went to visit every other day and would have dinner together, and she would talk to me and I would talk to her. But I've always found that, I don't know why, it seems to be, I have a much better relationship with older women.
Yeah.
In that type of conversation.
Well, they've lived life. I've had the same thing. But let's turn it over and for you.
Right.
If you were to have another woman who's a friend, who is
right.
your person,
Yeah.
would that cause an issue in your relationship?
Yeah. it
Oh,
will.
obviously you haven't been watching Housewives of Atlanta. because someone's got the best friend. Oh no, sorry, Married to Medicine.
Okay.
So one of the guys has got the best friend, female.
Right.
And he and his wife almost are getting a divorce. And the wife has said, we won't get a divorce if you get rid of your female best friend.
So you think that causes a wedge?
Yeah, I think that the best friend of the, for me, if I had a female friend and I was hanging out with her all the time, that would not be cool.
And what about Brandy? If she had a
guy friend, we both are cool with having friends. Like she has male friends, I've got girlfriends. But if I'm like, yeah, I'm going out to lunch, it's just Amber and I. I think she might be like, whoa.
Okay.
Check it.
Well, she's jealous of your man friend. Yeah.
Troy.
No, what? No, I mean
Dustin.
the one. Oh, yeah, Dustin.
I've got.
Like what?
Wow, we just had a revelation here.
Well,
Don't blow our cover, David.
the thing of it is though, she and Dustin are best friends.
Yeah.
So like they're like my boys.
Yeah.
But Brandy is not like my boy.
I
What
got
if you
you.
have somebody that you grew up with, like that you have known since they were 2 years old, and it's a female? There's
Right.
nothing there. It's strictly platonic.
Yeah, see,
Would that be an issue?
tell us what you think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Head over to Midday Kentucky. I think if you're a gal and you have a man friend, I think there could be, unless it's a gay man friend,
Right.
but then sometimes that your significant
mean-
partner could get upset by that as well.
Get
Look, you
replaced.
can't win, you can't lose, people. All I say, be lonely and stay home every day and have no friends.
And eat a lot of potato chips.
Okay, David,
or
look,
Dunkin'
this is
Donuts.
something that I wanted to talk to you about. Dunkin' Donuts. You
Yep.
just brought it up. What's the point? Tell us the story.
Okay, well, the Boston Marathon is doing this huge. They always kind of, they have the marathon.
Yeah.
But Saucony always does a sponsored shoe. So this year, their Dunkin' Donut shoe is the overall. There's 18 different Dunkin' Donuts, and this kind of made me think of Katie. Katie's
Dunkin'
always,
Donuts shops along the runway.
Yes, 18.
How long's the marathon?
26.3 miles.
Okay.
And there's 18 Dunkin' Donuts
And so why'd you think of Katie with
Yeah,
Dunkin'
I
Donuts?
wasn't.
because Katie
No,
always
because
does
Katie's
these
a
runs.
runner.
Oh.
And I was like, this is a good excuse
Get your
for
foot
me.
out of your mouth. I wasn't quite sure.
No, this is a great excuse for me to do
Keep
one because I love
She
carb loading.
runs.
Okay, and I will crush some Dunkin' Donuts
While you're running a marathon?
before, so you have the
Oh,
energy to
no.
hit it hard.
No, you're gonna have a sugar crash.
No, I would eat another.
No,
donut.
he's saying, no, but the whole premise of this, everyone, is actually to do the marathon.
Right.
And actually stop off and maybe buy a Dunkin' Donut.
Truth.
Or are they giving them to you?
They're gonna give them to him
Oh.
after them.
These
Oh,
aren't
after the
your
run.
serious runners then, because you're not gonna
No.
stop and eat a donut. I mean, if you even run a couple miles,
Well, you have to
I know
qualify
you
for the
run all the
Boston
time.
Marathon.
Exactly.
I don't
So
run anywhere.
It is.
I was trying to give you some.
I run to get my eyebrows waxed.
Well, then you grab a donut on the way.
We're gonna get Troy some Dunkin' Donut shoes. And
So
they're gonna
you
be
would do
great.
this if
I
you were
would
running a
totally
marathon?
dudes. Well, after I would crush donuts. So I would train
Okay.
hard. I love training hard. Troy, you're doing a lot right now.
David, look, we're going
And
to
you
go
know
to a
you would
break
love
in a
some
minute, but I
donuts.
just want to say, David makes out he trains really hard. Yeah, you're fit, but I got a comment just the other day. I was somewhere, I can't remember where, and someone came up and they said, hey, we love watching your show, guys, blah, blah, blah. They said, does David actually work out at the gym? I always see him at the gym, but he's always on his phone or just talking to people.
I'm a
so
social
I don't know what you're doing at that gym, man.
Listen, I do my workouts with Lydia, and I'm good for the week. That's how I
You
feel.
do one workout and you're good for the week?
Exactly.
Yeah, now it's
Exactly.
busted.
I'm just saying.
That physique, it just comes
Hey everyone,
natural.
tell us what you think about what's going on here
So
at
lucky.
what we call Couch Talk today. We are out at the Home and Garden Show, 43rd annual Home and Garden Show, everyone. Head over to Midday Kentucky's Facebook page. We've posted everything up there about this morning's topics. We're coming back after this short break. You're going to get to see most of the, well, no, actually not most, the important
A tease.
exhibitors
Yes.
right here. See you in a moment.